Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Survival Stories 3. I'm your host, Renovate, and today, guys, is episode number 13. And I think we're going to dive into BOTANIA just a little bit, just the beginnings of it. And hopefully you guys enjoy that. I apologize for episode number 12, which is kind of out of sync with what we're doing, but I went ahead and just blew through the ME system, like I said in the last episode, but I'll go through some of this stuff. I might actually do a little bit of that at the beginning of this video too, but most of this is going to be BOTANIA. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Click that like if you are. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and be a friend. And hopefully, guys, we can get to that 500 this year. We're moving right along, and I really appreciate it. So let's get started, guys. Episode number 13. See you soon. Alright, guys. So let me show you something real quick. First of all, I am recovering a little bit better from my cold. I do still sound a little bit nasally, but I can talk without coughing up an entire lung. So if you remember, we used to have our squeezer and our fermenter sitting here. It is moved. We do have our tanks over here, and they are filling up. What's this stuff called? Ethanol is filling up a lot faster than my plant oil now, so we need to fix that. We did have an issue with the server, and we had to take down the endothermic pump. So this is all the lava that we have left. So that's powering all these generators down there, as you guys already know. And this is our backup, or our diesel fuel. So the plan is to maybe go ahead and move all over to diesel. So we're going to have to make more of these generators because the lava just isn't an option anymore. Or we could go solar or something. But yeah, last episode, guys, in episode number 12, I showed you how to set this up. I actually made a mistake on that video. I forgot to put the input for the redstone, which is on the back side of this. I can actually take these little covers off. Remember, we put the input here for the, what is this? That is the silicone, and then we had the input here that we needed for the redstone. And then we had, I don't think we had anything. Did we have anything on the top? Yeah, the top was we needed to put in the encoded patterns for the interface, and then we forgot to put an import bus back into the system. It wasn't drawn out, so I think I forgot that. Hopefully I'm correct. So I haven't watched the video in a while, so let's put those back on here. This still looks kind of goofy, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I didn't plan on having it. See how this wall is like this? So it might look fine if I go ahead and fill in that square. But we'll see. So between videos, guys, I also made this crafting station because we couldn't process or make anything in there unless you have a crafting station. And real quick, that's hooked up to the network that's behind here. So we got these dense cables, and then we got that cable there that goes down and catches this. We still have our wireless access point there, but we do not have a security system yet, so we can't do wireless yet. So yeah, and then we made a couple more storage drives. We got a couple more 16s because of the ender quarry, and we made a matter condenser, which I've already went through all my cobblestone, and I forget what else, but we already got singularity, so we are set for later on. But yeah, on these crafting stations, or these crafting processors, I went ahead and made the 16K one, and then just the co-processing units. And that's enough to start to get this kind of stuff done and some basic crafting patterns without using the molecular assembler right now. But those are real easy to make. You guys got the NEI, you can see it. And then I went ahead and set this up down here, and this is our ore automation. We brought it up from downstairs and put it here. Basically what this is it's a pulverizer and a redstone furnace, and then another pulverizer and another redstone furnace. This stuff here is just set here because I just used it. And then over here is a sag mill, alloy smelter, and another alloy smelter. And if you jump up here on the top, the one alloy smelter I got set up to make the vibrant alloys, energetic alloys, and dark steel. Dark steel because we're making the gear. And I don't think I have an interface on the other, but those patterns get pushed into this and create that. And then on this one, we're just doing pulverized coal right now because that's all we need right now for that. And then on this one, all we're doing is pulling in the ores, and they're getting grinded up, and then they get thrown into the redstone furnace, and on the back side of the redstone furnace, it's getting imported back into our system. The only problem I'm having with this right now is every once in a while a cinnabar will pop up here. So I'm going to probably filter it out through the top, and then just call that an import bus that only pulls out Cinnabar. So that should help us there. Real quick over here, our garden that we had here is gone. We moved it, and I'm going to show you where. Over here, I set up a glacial precipitator. Why? Because I needed snow. Well, you might want to know why I needed snow. I can't find any more marble. Nope, none. So I decided to make snow. And we went ahead and upgraded this barrel, and then it just kept making it. So I got 40,000 of them in here, and then 40,000 down here. So I got way too many snow that I need. So this thing could just probably get disabled, so I'm not using power for it. But yeah, we got that. And then there's a chest sitting there. The snow is a little bit too bright, so I don't know what we're going to do. We did change out our floor. Link gave me this little gift right here, and it's got some nether quartz in it, which is great because you need the nether quartz to make this stuff. So it's nether quartz and stone. And then let me get my winged glider on, and I'll show you our new gardening building that's over here. I'll let you see what it looks like from the outside. It's kind of got like a little oriental flavor, kind of like a garden center in it. But we basically moved everything over to here. I didn't want to do that. Daggone it. And we got these sprinklers set up. They're sprinkling the whole thing. And we got this indoor farming station in here, and it is doing its thing. So I got potatoes on this whole entire side over here. We got hemp here and wheat here. And then we got the bones from our spawning station that's over there. Those bones are getting sent into a project table. I went ahead and put that over there, and then it's getting pumped into this chest. This chest is going over there on the white channel. And then everything inside there is getting pulled out and it's brought over here, goes through this little filter, and then gets put into here. And then these things get sent back to our station. So it's very efficient for me, and it's out of the way. It's getting all the planting and stuff out of my base. And yeah, it just turned out a little bit better than what I expected it to. So what are we going to do today? Actually, I missed my entire porch. Today, guys, we're going to do BOTANIA. I need to get into BOTANIA because there's a couple things that I would like to build, especially the gear. So let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away. Actually, it's upstairs. There's an elevator. Actually, I made an elevator too, right there. So let's put this away, that away, and that, and that, and that, and we'll keep the chest. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started in BOTANIA. The first thing you're going to need in BOTANIA is this book. Now you can either make the book, or oftentimes you can find it in a chest. If you need to make it, let's see, is it right here on this page? I don't think so. Is it on this page? There's only 3 pages, so it's got to be on somewhere around here, but I think it's just a petal in a book, if I remember correctly. But I'll let you guys find that. It should be like right in here, but I don't see it. But yeah, so the first thing we need is this book. It's a really cool book. And then if you just follow the arrows, and here's the beginning of it, you can figure out everything that you need to know in here. You could just do this part here, which is basically if you follow all the way down, you can pretty much do anything you want. But the first thing that you're going to need to actually make is some pure daisies. The reason is the pure daisy is basically the starting plant for everything. It's what creates living wood and living rock, which is what you need to make your mana pools and your wands and stuff out of. So that's the first thing that we're going to make. And so the first thing it's going to ask for in making these is, if we go to here, we need to put 4 of these petals into a petal apothecary, and it's going to give us a pure daisy. Now the one thing it doesn't show on here is you also have to have seeds, so make sure you get a bunch of seeds. I did bring a bunch of seeds with me. The one thing I do need to do though is make a little crafting table. So let's do this, like so. Cool. And then we're just going to set this right out here against this wall, just like that. And then the other thing that we're going to need is to make an infinite water source. So where's the best place to make that? I'm going to go ahead and say, I think this is hollow underneath. No, it's not. Good. So can we break? Let's see. Can we break that one? Excuse me. That one is hollow. So let's go ahead and put that. Oh crap! That block like that, and then like that. Cool. So let's go ahead and get some buckets of water. We just need 2. We'll go down here and get it, and then jump up here, and then we'll make our infinite water source because you're going to always need water for the apothecary. And so we're going to put that there. And then I think there's a way of automating this or actually keeping that thing always filled, but we'll have to figure out how to do that. I know I've done it before, but I just can't remember how I did it. So let's go ahead and bring this up here and put that there. There you go, just like that. So then we're going to go ahead and put, oh, we need to make our apothecary. So how do you make the apothecary? Let's get the book and find out. To make the apothecary, oh, go back. Boom, 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 boom. It shows right there, shift click to see the recipe. So here's the recipe. You need some cobblestone slabs, cobble here, and then any color flour. So let's go ahead and let's get our slabs first, like so. And so we got that, and then we just need any type of flower. Do not use your white ones at any time. The white ones are what creates the pure daisy. So let's go ahead and create this petal apothecary like so. And then there's our first one. We don't need to make... Oh, did you see what we just did? Oh, bummer, bummer, bummer. After I just said don't use the white flowers. Okay, let me go find a white flower. That was the stupidest thing I've ever done. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I found one. So let's go ahead and put that in here. Can't believe I did that. So we need to put this petal apothecary like so. And then, you know what? I would like to have that kind of like at ground level, because I gotta drop stuff in it. I'd like to like stand up on it and walk up to it. So maybe we put it just down here at ground level for now. Let's just try that, and then put it right there, and then yeah, that'll work. So what we got to do is fill that up with water like so. So we're gonna put some water in here. Good. And then basically you just drop the 4 flowers and then 1 seed. Let's just drop 4 flowers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a seed. And then there gives you your pure daisy. So that pure daisy is going to allow us to make either our living wood or our living rock. So the first thing I want to make is the living wood. So let's go ahead. This is going to be a fenced in area, so I'm actually going to put it about right there. And then let's go ahead and put a bunch of wood around it like so. And then what happens is over time, this little flower, you can see all the sparkles. It'll turn this into living wood. So let's let that do that real quick. And I'm going to go and try to find some more little white flowers because I need to make one more daisy. And then we'll make our, excuse me, we'll make our wand and our first mana pool. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we are back, and you can see that this living wood down here is already transformed, and I went ahead and made some stone real quick, so we could go ahead and get some stone made as well. So we're just going to put it around here, and I went ahead and made a couple more daisies. I need to go over here and get the rest of my stone. Is that enough? 8? Yeah, that is enough. So we only need 8. So there you can see the little effects going off, and that changed the wood into magic wood. And then this is going to make our stone. So let's put that there, and then let's go ahead and chop this down. You know what we don't have at all is an axe. I don't even think I have an axe made. That's surprising. Oops, that's the same one. Let's go back to this way. Do I have an axe? Do not have an axe. You know where there is an axe, though? I know where there's an axe. Let's go get my axe. So we might be just in time to watch these turn into... There we go. Cool. So there's your living rock, and there's your living wood. And these will probably change here pretty quickly as well. So let's go ahead and get these dug up. And let's get our axe. Let's put that... Oops. Let's do this. Good. Let's put this in here and dig all this up. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it breaking down there. Cool. The reason we need this is going to help us create our mana spreaders. Which is going to in turn create our mana, or transfer our mana, and this is going to actually create our mana pools. So in order to make our mana pools, there's a recipe for that, which gives you a mana pool that's not, it's not a great mana pool right off the bat, but it is a mana pool nonetheless that will help you get mana. So let's go ahead and put some of this, put more of this down, and we will get a pretty good supply of this stuff going. I do believe that they have to be facing up, if I remember correctly. They have to be facing up. I could be wrong about that, but I think the last time I did this, all the ones that didn't face up didn't work. So, crap. Let's do that, and then let's go ahead and get the stone back out. And let's make more of this, because we're going to need a lot of this every time we do not an infusion, but every time we make a the shards. What are they called? Where are they at? These things are here. They're called runes. Every time we make a rune, we got to throw a piece of this in it to get it to work. So we got our wood and we got our stone. So let's do this. And I actually brought a chest. Let's go ahead and put the chest down right here. Let's put those two things in it. Let's go ahead and put all this stuff in it. We don't need any of that. Okay, so let's get our book back out. And let's see what it's going to ask us to make now. So that gives us those. We got those. That's the basics. So what do we need to make now? Well, we need to make a, not a runic altar, but an altar. So we need the natural apparatuses? No. The mana manipulation? That's what we need. The mana pool. So we need a mana pool. The mana pool is made by doing this. Here's your recipe. This makes a diluted mana pool. When we do get enough mana, though, we'll end up dropping this diluted mana pool into, we'll basically drop one of these into a diluted mana pool, and that gives us a better mana pool. That gives us a pure mana pool, I guess you could call it. So let's go ahead and make one of those. Whoops. There we go. And then these are going to go like this, like so. And that's going to give us a mana pool. So let's go ahead and put this mana pool. We'll put it like let's just put it right there for right now. And there's going to be a reason we're going to have everything come this way, and then we'll fix all this later. So now we have the thing that's going to collect mana. We have the building blocks to help us. And what do we need now? Well, we need something that's going to produce mana. So what's the best way of doing that? Well, there's quite a bit different ways. There's a couple easy ways by making certain flowers, like the day bloom. Now, the day bloom only produces mana during the day. There's a counterpart to that called nightshade, which creates a lot of mana during the night. There's also other flora that you can use that produce mana based on an item, like an endoflame. Now, the endoflame produces mana by using not lava buckets, but charcoal. So this is a real cool way of doing it, since we do have a tree farm that we could produce a lot of mana. So, but the first thing that we're going to do, just for beginning purposes, is we're going to make a couple day blooms. So let's go ahead and go back to the day blooms. And it kind of explains here what the day blooms do. They are passive flowers, which means they're going to die pretty quickly. But to make those, you need 2 yellows, orange, and a blue. So let's go ahead and see if we have that flower. We do have yellow. We do have orange, but we do not have the blue. So we're going to have to go get the blues. So let me run to the mining age real quick and get a bunch of flowers, and we'll be right back, and we'll start producing our first mana generation. Be right back. Okay, so after a little bit of exploring in the mining age, I think we got all the flowers that we need. So I'm going to line them up here at the bottom. And we got enough just to make a couple. I don't want to make a bunch of them because we're going to do a couple other things. So if we look back in our BOTANIA book real quick, and we were looking at this, we need 1 blue, 2 yellow, and 1 orange. So let's go ahead and do, wait a second, yeah, 2 yellow. So we need to do this, 1, 2, and then 1 blue, 1 orange, and then a seed. Bam. So that gives us our day bloom. So what the day bloom does is basically generates mana during the day. And in the book, it actually shows you that you don't want to plant them like this. They can't touch each other. because they'll have a little bit of issue trying to transfer mana. So you want to plant them kind of like in a every other one type thing. So let's go ahead and just make a couple of them. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, and then bam. Let's just do this a couple more times till we run out. That one, and that one, and that one. There we go. Let's keep going. Looks like we're going to be able to make 4 more. Actually, we're only going to be able to make 3 more because I only have 3 orange left. So, actually, I only have 2. Whoa. Need that. There we go. So, 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, and then we'll be able to make 1 more. So 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of those. Bam. So we got 5 of them. That's good. So we'll be able to set them up like this. So we'll put them like that. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's destroy those. Let's do it like this. Actually, it's 6. Crap. Okay, that's fine. So what we need to do now is, like, you can see them, but you can't see anything about them, right? So how do we generate, or how do we understand what's going on with our flowers? Well, if we go way back, there's something that we're going to need to know, mystical items, that's going to allow us to see what we're doing, and that thing is going to be called, it's not the obedience stick, I don't believe. Nope, that's not it. We need... Let's see if we can find what this is. Nope. It's probably way back here at the beginning. Wand of the Forest. And you can make this with any, excuse me, any type of flowers here. Whatever flowers you put here, they're going to show up on the end of your wand. So let's go ahead and do that. So how do we make the wand, by the way? It's just 2 living wood makes you a wand, and we're going to need 3 of those. So we're going to need 6. So do we have enough in our box? We do. We have plenty enough. So let's put those in our crafting table, and we're going to need 3 of them. So there's 1, 2, 3. Good. And then we're just going to need any type of flower. So let's just get these grays, and then let's put this here, and then here and here. That's going to give you the Wand of the Forest. Now what does the Wand of the Forest do? As soon as you hold this in your hand, you're able to see stuff in BOTANIA that you normally wouldn't be able to do. So what this is going to do is allow you to do 2 things. If you look down and you do shift click, it's going to, if you look down there by where it says Wand of the Forest by your experience bar, it's going to say function mode, bind mode. We want bind mode. So we want to bind, if you go over here and look, it doesn't know what to bind that to, unknown status. And what we need to do is get this bound to this. But you can't just take mana from a flower and put it into a mana pool. There's something that you need to make, and that thing is called a mana spreader. So if we go back out, and we need to do, I believe it's, let's see, do we have mana spreader on here? I don't see mana spreader on here. There it is right there, mana spreader. What the mana spreader does, it basically kind of shows you right like this. It basically allows you to, it pulls in all the mana from plants that are generating mana, and it shoots it into somewhere, or it transports it to somewhere. You can transport mana from one mana to another, or one mana spreader to another. But there's a distance that you're going to have to watch. These things only shoot mana so far, and then you start losing the amount of mana that's transferring. So we need to get a thing of gold. I don't think I have any gold on me. Let's go here and grab some gold. And I'm actually going to get a whole stack because we're going to use lots of gold in BOTANIA. So let's go ahead and bring some gold over here. And if you remember the recipe, it was 6 of these, 1 of these, and then we just needed a flower. So let's go ahead and use the blue flower. Actually, these are exchanged. There we go. So that's our mana spreader. So how do you do a mana spreader? Well, you basically pick a flower like this one, just put that on top of it, and if you look at your flowers now, they're not bound to anything, but this thing is shooting mana, and if you just keep clicking on it, it's going to show you that has unknown status. What we want to do is bind this. You just shift clicked on it, you see how it highlights it, and we want to say click it to this. So this is now, and you can see on there it says it's sending its mana to the diluted mana pool, and this is saying that it's getting mana from an object. Okay, so we need to do now, since I put the flowers down before I put this down, you can either bind these to this or just break these like so, And then when you put them back down, they're actually going to go ahead and bind themselves to that plant. So if we go like this, this, and we should have one more. There it is. It's in my hand. Like this. Now if we get our wand and look at this, they already know that they're going to this, right? So if you click on this a couple times with your right mouse button, you can see that little green bar. It's going up, it's going up, it's going up. And what that's doing, it's shooting the mana over here. And right now, it's not filling the pool up right away. And I don't know why this isn't receiving the mana. Why is that not receiving the mana? There you go. It just got done. It probably had to fill up a certain amount of buffer, and then it shoots the mana. So right there, we're generating mana. So what we need to do now, in this first episode, we're going to do this real quick, is we're going to actually try to get a little bit more mana into this. Or not more mana, but we need to make a mana pool, not just a diluted mana pool. So we just going to need to make, grab our living rock. Did we already use it all? I didn't think we went ahead and used it all yet. Is it in my bag? Maybe we did. No, it's right here. Why did we do that? Okay, so we need to make another mana pool. And if we take this one, and if I hold it in my hand and I come over here and click on it, you can see that it's got a check mark saying that there's enough mana in this pool to generate another mana pool, or to generate whatever the outcome is. And what the outcome is a regular mana pool. So we need to do that. Boom. There we go. So what we can do now is we can go back and break this one and put down just a regular mana pool. Now this is a regular mana pool, and you'll use these for the rest of the time in BOTANIA. So what we need to do now is bind that back to that. So now it's shooting this. But right now, as you can see, the sun is going down. So these things are going to stop generating mana because the sun's going down. So we need to come up with a way to generate mana while the sun's going down. But we're probably going to do that in our next episode. So I hope this episode was a good starting point for BOTANIA for you if you've never done it. Just follow along in the book. You really can't get lost with it. It's a really cool mod, and there's lots of videos out there that can help you. Yeah, guys, that's today's episode number 13, BOTANIA, Phase 1, I guess. And if you enjoyed it, click that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Even if you don't have any videos or anything, I will subscribe back to you. It's just a courtesy. And yeah, guys, it's been fun, and I will see you soon.